All right, y'all. Welcome to Street Church. Congregation, come on in. And for first time visitors, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, y'all. 2023 is here. And we got a topic today. The topic today is going to be about young black woman who is in the tarot card reading. She's a fake tarot reader of tarot cards on TikTok. And she decided that she would be evil enough to accuse Rebecca Scofield, I believe that is of Idaho, right? Of the 4 Idaho murders. Those 4 white people who were killed by some sick, sadistic serial killer. Or for whatever reason that he decided to kill him, but he killed 4, which makes him a serial killer. And he's sick. He's in the same vein as a Jeffrey Dahmer's or John Wayne Gacy or whatever his name is, or Al Bundy, I believe it was, or Ted Bundy, right? I don't want to not marry with children. Ted Bundy, Jim Jones, any of these sick, evil, psychotic, serial killer, narcissistic killers, okay? You can put him right in the bunch. Charlie Manson, just bunch him in with them because that's whoever was responsible, which they have a guy, his name is Brian, what is his name? Brian Kohlberger. Brian Kohlberger, 28 years old, is the person that's supposed to be allegedly responsible for the murders. I think he's been charged for those murders, those 4 murders of those beautiful kids. They were looked like beautiful kids. Looked like they wasn't trying to harm anybody. Just live life day to day. And I think they were college students in Idaho somewhere, and they was just trying to live their lives just to the fullest and just be happy and not be in other people's business, just bother. They just didn't seem like that. It just seemed like 4 great kids that end up losing their lives to some sick, psychotic person. But this tarot card reader was spreading false accusations against a woman named Rebecca Scofield and said that she had something to do with the murders. Now, the police, she has never been a person of interest to my knowledge. Just recent articles wrote on this situation because this tarot card reader was gaining millions of views for these false accusations and this terrible, evil, fake tarot reading she was doing. So much so that it was gaining national attention. And the craziest part, you want to know even what's more crazier, is that this woman has nerve enough to double down on what she's been saying. This shows you how bad the world is under the sway of the devil. She should have retracted. She should have walked everything back, but she refuses to do it because she is so wanting us to believe that she has the power to call the dead and see into the future through her tarot card readings and her jibber jabber, what she out there putting out there, that fake falsehood that she putting out there. She don't want to walk it back. She don't want to be made to be a phony. So she's going to stick to the lies, the falsehood, the false allegations, the false accusations that she makes under the guise of being a tarot reader, because she's not a tarot card reader. She has no power that comes from Satan. Satan is just using her to look like a fool and to distract and to deflect for what he's got really going on. You know what I'm saying? Satan got something really going on, and all she is distraction. All she is, he's got power to give, but he ain't gave it to her. What he gave her is misguidedness and the ability to mislead people because she assumes that she has the power to read tarot cards and call upon the dead, and she doesn't. She ain't getting it from God because God does not operate like that. That is not the will of God. Those who practice this type of witchcraft, they are not in the will of God. So it don't come from light. It definitely comes from darkness. But she's just willing herself on. All it is fleshly. There's no spiritual power in what she's doing. None. For some reason, Satan ain't accepting what she's doing to give her power to do it, to reach out to the dead. She's not channeling the dead. She is a charlatan. And there's many, many, many of them out there. They're charlatans. They're playing on your feelings, they're playing on your emotions, and they're playing on the current times that we live in, where people are more believing in this stuff and have itching ears and a desire to listen to unsound doctrine rather than sound doctrine. This is why she had millions of views. Because people want what sounds good rather than what is actually good for them. They want what sounds good for them. And unfortunately, this leads to millions of views on her part. This leads to people supporting her. This leads to people believing in this crap that she's spewing out on TikTok. And it's shameful. And it's terrible. And TikTok is exactly the trouble that those who, like people like Trump, TikTok is exactly the trouble. You know, he wanted it banned from here. He didn't want TikTok to be something you could use here in America. And it was with good reason. Look at it. It's doing major damage, terrible damage. All of that misinformation, all of those lies, all those false accusations, all of that waywardness and wickedness that's being done on TikTok. It's all going on TikTok. And they're acting like they don't have no kind of moral compass or boundaries. You know, with YouTube, you got community guidelines. Twitter was the same thing. I mean, there's, you know, a lot of the suppression that they did was harmful. But some of the things they probably, you know, didn't let go through on their platform and just stay there to linger for people to latch onto was probably good. I don't know how much good it did. How much of their suppression was good and how much of it was bad. But the flip side is TikTok. TikTok is showing why we try to have censorship, right? Why we try to suppress things. I see it now, you know, for what it is, because it's terrible. And I wish I had the lady's name. I wanted to get this out because we know the case. We know the situation. There was 4 college students, I believe, that were murdered in Idaho, somewhere in Idaho. And I think that, yes, Rebecca Scofield belongs to the college that the kids went to. And she's doing tenure there, right? She's high because she has a chair there. So this woman's career is on the line, her livelihood is on the line. She has a lot to lose. And here it is. It's this TikToker, fake tarot reader, who's just falsely accusing this woman just for the sake of likes, views, and people to support her channel. It's just terrible. And another thing is where's Black Lives Matter at? They should be outraged that someone would get into a field that they have no power, right? They have no abilities, no true abilities, right? And they will portray to be a tarot card reader. And as a black person, see, let me just show you, let me just play this game that they playing. Here it is, you have this black woman who's claiming to be a tarot card reader, and she's accusing Rebecca Scofield, which is a white woman. So their silence on this and not being outraged that someone would misrepresent the black community of tarot card readers, right? And people who practice this witchcraft and pray to their ancestors, because that was on the Black Lives Matter website at first. Those type of things, calling out to the ancestors rather than believing in Christianity. Oh yeah, they was promoting that at one time. I don't know what made them revise it and change it. But yeah, they were promoting, worshiping the ancestors, calling out to the ancestors, whatever they want to call it. It's necromancy. That's what it is. They're necromancers, people who conjure up the dead, any type of way. You're a necromancer, and you practicing witchcraft, and it is an abomination to the Lord Most High, in and through Jesus Christ. Yes, God the Father, whose Son is Jesus Christ. But you would think that, why would you let this woman misrepresent the black tarot card readers of America and abroad, right? Why wouldn't you be outraged and shut this down and pull this woman up and say, hey, either go get the real power to use those tarot card readings or step down? See, I'm just speaking in human terms because I don't believe anything outside of the will of God. You understand? Saying according to the Bible, which I believe is the word of God. Hey, I ain't got nothing for it. I ain't with it anyway. But you understand what I'm saying? Nobody is trying to, you don't have Roland Martin speaking out and saying, oh, this is a bad thing. Why would you accuse this woman and there's no evidence to show that this woman, none of the stuff that you reading in your tarot readings are coming to pass. See what I'm saying? Nobody's thinking like that, huh? See what I'm saying? See? So that's why you have to be aware of what's, look, come on. Be wise. Walk circumspect. Be wise. And the thing about it is once you accept Jesus Christ, he will open your eyes. He is the light of the world. He will put a light on this world to where you can see clearly. Once you receive him into your heart and believe that he is the Son of the living God, he will do that because he's the light of the world. He's the bread of life. You understand? The breath of life. He is the way, the truth, and the life. He will not mislead you. The teachings are there. His teachings will not mislead you. If anybody follows the teachings of God, right, in Christ, the things that Christ taught about heaven and earth, the things that he taught about it, there's no way you could be misled. You could take the words in the Bible and mislead people and misuse the words. But if you follow the words, if individual people follow the word of God, they won't be misled by God. You could be misled by false teachers, false prophets, and these false tarot card readers, and these charlatans, and these people who rise up with falsehood and false accusations against people and information, who mislead you into believing what is true is a lie and what is righteous is wicked. This is what they're out to do. This is what the devil's out to do. He's trying to make the truth a lie and the lie a truth, and righteousness wicked and wickedness righteous. Understand that. Everything is showing that that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. And this is a component of it. These tarot card readings, astrology, reading your signs, and lottery dream numbers and all of this stuff to get us caught up in the cares of this world. Caring to know the future to see if we're going to be successful in it. Caring to play the numbers in the lottery so much that we get caught up, that we spend in our livelihood, and that could be what we saving. Come on now, this is street church, and I'm gonna be transparent with you. I play numbers, right? I wanna this is something that I want to do away with though in 2023. Because I've been playing the lottery. Hoping for the same things, right? That I would hit big. And it would be some resources for me. It'll allow me to have some resources. So I've been guilty of playing the numbers, right? But I know that I need to quit. And I will not lie to you on this channel because this is street church and I told you that. I will be transparent and I will lay things out. And this transparency, I hope gives me integrity. So when you come to this channel, when I'm saying something to you, I'm saying it with integrity. I could be wrong about some things that I say, right? I could have my information messed up, but it is not with the intent to mislead you or spread falsehood or false accusations against somebody. My integrity will be intact. And that's because of my transparency. And so I tell you, I struggle with not playing numbers. Right? So when I tell you that these tarot card reading, this witchcraft is evil. This world is under the sway of the devil. Right? And this lady is a charlatan. And she should be ashamed of herself that she had the audacity to double down on it. I heard the woman talking for a few minutes on TikTok on how she talking about the legal team that Rebecca got don't want to come against her because they ready to sue this woman for defamation of character. She talking about they don't want to come to me. Anybody who's ever done that, they know what happened to them and all, trying to big herself up. Woman, you are about to fall. Listen, the Bible teaches us pride before destruction, a haughty spirit before a fall. And that's where she's headed. That's what, and you know what pride comes from? It comes from the devil. Haughtiness, pride, the life of pride comes from the devil. And that's the only way the devil is working with her, is to just be another foolish person to fall from their own folly. That's what it is. And the devil is allowing it. She thinks she getting power from somewhere. She ain't getting power from nowhere. All she being, some unclean spirit is inside her, misleading her down a path that's going to break her, going to take her down to ruin. To ruin. Exactly what's going to happen to this lady. Because she should not be doing that to Rebecca Scofield. You know, I don't have, listen, let me tell you something. Let me just say this too. Even if it comes down the line and Rebecca Scofield somehow is involved in it, the murders of these 4 Idaho kids, right? It still don't give this woman the right to practice this witchcraft. It still don't make the practice of her witchcraft the right thing. Do you see what I'm saying? It will not change the way I feel about those who practice witchcraft, because it is not in the will of God and it is an abomination to the Lord. He is against it. It is not in his will. There's no way you can fix it and put it in his will. I don't care if you read the Bible a little bit, but you do tarot card reading. No, that ain't the way it goes. I don't care if you attend church, but on the side on Sundays when you're not in church and the football games ain't on, y'all decide to have a seance and mess with Ouija boards. Come on now. No. It's evil. It's evil. It's evil. At all times, at any time, at all times, and at any time, anywhere and everywhere that it is being practiced, right? In the real world and on social media, right? In real time or on social media, on all social media platforms, this type of practice, tarot card readings, conjuring up the dead to know the future, fortune telling, whatever you want to, call it. worshiping the dead, praising, and just anything that has to do with magic, sorcery, or witchcraft. It's evil. All day, every day. All day, every day. It's evil. It's wicked. It's demonic. And it's you entertaining unclean spirits so that they can have reign in your life, so that they can rule your life. They can possess and control things and get a stronghold on things in your life. Your mind, body, and soul is enslaved to that. As you practice that, you become enslaved. So that's my take on it. What you're doing, fake tarot reading, TikToker, what you're doing to Rebecca Scofield, and probably more evil stuff that you've been doing, because that's not the only reading that you've done. First of all, you're a charlatan. You're fake. You have no power from the devil or from anywhere else. All of it is your flesh. And you need to stop. You need to stop. You need to fall to your knees and beg Jesus to come into your life. Beg Jesus to come into your heart. Beg Jesus to come into your mind, your body, and soul. And take over. You know how they say Jesus take the wheel? You need to let Jesus take the wheel on this one. On your entire life for the rest of your life. And stop practicing this witchcraft. And you don't have no power in it. You're a fake charlatan. Right? That's just point blank. But anyway, this is Street Church. I'm letting the congregation out. Y'all be blessed. God bless.